Hi guys, welcome to the channel. Thank you for joining me and thank you for your continued support. So, the government have released a statement after the political ombudsman voted in favour of compensation for the WASPI women. Now, they're the women who back in the 1950s, born in the 1950s and weren't aware when the pension age was changing, and so they feel that they've lost out as a result of that because they weren't able to plan effectively. Now, the state pension age was communicated to them through letters. That's what the government was saying. And anyway, it went to the political ombudsman and they have agreed that compensation is needed. They think that compensation could range from between 1,000 to 2,500. Now, the government have looked at this and they've issued a response, and I'm going to read it out to you and I'll put it up on here so you can read it as well. Following careful consideration of the PHSO's report into how changes to state pension age were communicated, the government has accepted the Ombudsman's finding of maladministration and has apologised for there being a 28-month delay in writing to 1950s born women. So they've accepted the fact that there was a delay. Following careful consideration, they have apologised. Evidence showed only 1 in 4 people remember receiving and reading letters that they weren't expecting, and that the great majority of 1950s born women did know that the state pension age was changing. Earlier letters wouldn't have affected this. For these and other reasons, the government cannot justify paying compensation. And they've gone into this and say, in 2018, the PHSO launched an investigation to examine whether 1950s women suffered injustice because of maladministration in DWP's communication of state pension age changes. That the Ombudsman did not investigate the change in the state pension age itself, a policy change from 1995 which was agreed by Parliament, considered lawful by the courts, just how the change was communicated. It says the DWP provided adequate and accurate information between 1995 and 2004. DWP decision making between 2005 and 7 led to a 28-month delay in starting to send letters to 1950s born women about state pension age changes. These delays were maladministration, and the Ombudsman found that they had led to injustice but did not cause a direct financial loss. So anyway, you can read the whole lot of this. I'm going to leave a link to it in the description so you can read through the whole report that they've got on the government website. But essentially, the government are saying that to pay out this compensation would cost the taxpayer around £10.5 billion. And they said that they don't feel that the taxpayer should bear the burden of that. So it looks as though the WASPI women have won the Ombudsman in terms of doing that, they haven't been given a financial award by the government. Now, there are some who are saying that this is just complete injustice, because if the political ombudsman has said that these women need to have a financial compensation, then what's the point of having an ombudsman if the government can just overturn it? And in some ways you can understand what they're saying, and also the fact that I can't really remember the information going out about the change in state pension age. I remember something vaguely about it, but I can't remember exactly what it was. So if you down in the comment section, if you remember that, let me know down in the comment section. If there are women out here who are part of the WASPI women group, do let me know what you think about this whole situation. Obviously, it's a very difficult situation because it is going to cost a huge amount of money to compensate these women, but I do think they deserve something, because at the end of the day, the government's admitted it's malinformation. And so I think that there should be some kind of compensation, not just an apology letter to say, well, I'm sorry that this happened. In terms of how much financial impact it had on them, I don't know, and I'm sure there are people out there who might be able to tell me. But it just seems, is this, some people have said, is this more a case of this government's seemingly disdain for old people? Because obviously it's not the first time that the government have been targeting the elderly in various ways, and so there are some who have said that this is another attack on the elderly. Others have said that this doesn't actually make a lot of difference in the long run, and yes, they've been found to have been right by the Ombudsman, but it doesn't actually change anything. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Let me know down in the comment section what you think. Do you think that they deserve to get compensation for this, or do you think that actually, even though they've now been found as it was malinformation, it doesn't actually make any difference? Let me know down in the comment section what you think.